Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. Yeah, my name is Ralph Sosby. I'll have this again at the end if you don't catch it this time. Um, but yeah, I'm the director of e-commerce here at VAI. I've been with VAI for almost exactly 16 years at this point, working with our various web products, and I currently head up both the e-commerce and DevOps groups. So I'm pretty excited to just give you a quick glimpse into some of our e-business solutions and how they can help serve not only your customers, but also your internal business units. So first off is what are our e-business solutions? And we have a couple that we're going to go over today. The first one, obviously, is e-commerce websites, which can manage and operate your online storefront and help you connect your customers with your product catalog. We also have a customer self-service portal, which helps reduce demand on your CSRs and also allows your own customers to manage their account relationship with you. And finally, we have a vendor portal, which will help improve your supply chain communications with your suppliers. One of the really great features about all of these products is that they're directly and real-time integrated into your S2K enterprise product. Whether that's S2K Enterprise, S2K Pharma, or S2K for food, you're going to have a tailored e-business solution for your specific business needs. And some of our key integration features are real-time pricing, which includes all of your custom pricing rules, discounts, and excise tax and other features, real-time inventory, including multiple warehouse considerations, and a host of other features, some of which are item rules such as discontinued items or restrictions, workflows with email triggers, and also payment types and shipping methods. So a few things that we have updated in our e-commerce offering is, first off, the one that everyone realizes when you first look at the page is the design. We've enhanced quite a few elements of our standard web design. Our standard viewport has been widened to take advantage of larger modern desktop displays. And also in response to some of the user feedback we've received, we've increased the visibility of some important site features, such as the search bar, product areas, images, descriptions, pricing, and also price breaks. We've also redesigned our product recommendation sections to give you not only more usable space on the screen, but also to highlight those better to get them in front of your users. And we'll also have a few exciting announcements about that a little bit later on. We've also enhanced our responsive design toolkit so that all the features that you see on the desktop will also be reflected to devices of any size, from the largest monitor down to a smartphone and anything in between. We've also updated our Google Analytics integration, which everyone else has had to this past year. And not only just doing the upgrade, but we've also taken the time to enhance the integration points that we have to give you more insight into how your users are using your site. So Google Analytics is an extremely important tool to measure website activity, product movement, conversion tracking, and we have improved that both in our purchase tracking abilities. So we're sending not only completed purchase data, but also how your carts are being managed throughout the entire purchase journey. We're sending enhanced product data, as well as supply list and order guides from your website and S2K system so that you can correlate your item traffic with your purchases, both from your web and S2K product lists. We've also re-implemented the checkout funnel, which is a great visual tool so that you can see how your users progress through their checkout journey and easily identify pages and points on the website that might be pain points and preventing your users from placing orders. These are great enhancements, and we think will be really helpful to your marketing and SEO teams. So we talked a few minutes ago about the integrations with our own software. We also have some integrations with third-party vendors that we're really excited about. So not only S2K Smart Center and S2K Marketing Cloud, which are heavily integrated with e-commerce, we also have several video and social media partners that we integrate with. So you can have your product videos integrated directly into your pages and also allow your users to share your products across various social media platforms. With our various S2K integrations, you also have access to your ERP vendor processes, including Avalara, Vertex, Verifone, and many more. We have a brand new product partner, Count, which provides fraud protection for your e-commerce transactions. We also have a few other new ones, Greenwing technology, which will help with your e-procurement and punch-out requirements, and also Proton AI, which is a brand new partner that is helping us implement automated and AI-driven product recommendations. Well, let's start with Count. Count is a fraud prevention solution that utilizes advanced artificial intelligence and machine learning to analyze your online transactions. And the way that it does this is it aggregates and evaluates data from two primary sources. So there's the device data collector, which collects data about the person or system actually trying the transaction. And then the risk inquiry service, which collects and analyzes information about the transaction itself. And Count uses a score-based decisioning system, and that's useful for us because based on that score, we can configure it to either approve or reject orders, or even place them in an S2K hold status so that you can view them and decide manually what to do with them. Count is integrated directly into all of our e-commerce applications. So your risk assessment is performed when placing a credit card order or when saving a new credit card to be used later. So this is a quick visual representation of the integration that we have with Count, going from left to right. The user starts with their purchase request, and we send that through Count's Risk Decision API, which then passes through their artificial intelligence universal data network to get calculated to an Omni score. That score gets returned to us, and then we use our business policies that you can define to determine whether to approve, decline, or review or place on hold that order. With Count, you also get access to Count's dashboard, which will allow you to view each transaction from your website in incredible detail, which really gives you a full picture of why and how that transaction was rated how it was. But Count's a really great tool to give your website an intelligent defense against fraudulent activity. We're also going to talk about Proton AI. So Proton is a brand new partner of ours, and we're really excited about what they have to offer. They generate AI-generated recommendations that's based on existing information from all of your important data sources. They'll automatically identify product relationships to surface complementary and similar items. And what this really means from the e-commerce point of view is that there's no more required manual maintenance of your product relationships. So not only is it lessening the burden on you, but ideally generating more up-to-date and better recommendations. There's a few different types of recommendations that Proton offers. The first one is similar products. So it can recommend alternative products when your customers search for something that's out of stock. They also have customers also bought recommendations, which are complementary add-ons that buyers might be interested in as they build their order with you. Proton will automatically identify new items in your catalog and present those to users to drive sales. And they also have due to reorder, which will analyze your buyers' patterns, previous patterns with you, and present to them products that they might be due to reorder. So let's take a look at a standard implementation timeline for Proton and then the steps that you need to take. So the first step is to export your existing data. And we have pre-built programs within both S2K and the e-business package. You can use those, you can customize your own, you can do a combination of both. But out of the box, you'll be able to generate data uploads that fit Proton's format directly from your S2K system. Once that's generated, we send that over to Proton. Proton will digest that data using their state-of-the-art artificial intelligence and machine learning patterns, which will then generate recommendations for them. You can review those recommendations, see how they would fit into your website, and adjust them using Proton's rules as needed. And the last step, obviously, is what everyone's looking for, and that's revenue. So we display Proton's hyper-personalized product recommendations on your S2K e-commerce website in various places, and that will help drive those items into your customers' orders. We do that through a couple of different methods, but the one that we're really excited about is our separated product carousel. So before we had carousels, they were kind of limited in where we could put them. We've pulled that out and made it its own separate application. So now we can really put them anywhere throughout your e-commerce site that you want. And we can also integrate that with the various points of the system. So internal things such as S2K division and classes, you can use web categories, you can do newer featured items. We can also integrate with any external service that will give us back a list of items, and that includes Proton. So we use these, we send the data that Proton needs, we get their recommendations back, and we can display them at any point that you like. So we have a couple customers that have already implemented Proton on their own, and they're all thrilled with the results and the increase in revenue that they're getting. So we're really excited about this partnership and to see how it expands and progresses. So one other feature that I'd like to show you is our user impersonation feature. And this is really driven towards you and your customer service teams. This will allow your customer service representatives to mimic your customers as they use the site. Security obviously is on everyone's minds these days, especially web account security. And we're constantly trying to balance that with the needs of the customer. So we've implemented this feature to let your customer service team assist your customers without having to do any insecure operations such as password sharing or changing passwords temporarily to allow your customer service team to log in. Since this is built into our existing user administration application, any rules, if you already have this deployed, any rules or security requirements that you've applied to this will automatically take effect. Essentially, it's as simple as finding the user that is calling your customer service team, clicking the impersonate link, and they'll be presented with the web page as if they had logged in as that user, and they can use the site for as long as they need to. Once they are done, they can click log out and they'll come back in as themselves and be able to pick up exactly where they left off. This feature is completely developed using existing capabilities in our HCL portal platform. So we can actually add this to any older or custom deployments if you wish to take advantage of this feature. One other thing that we've added to our e-commerce platform is Microsoft Clarity. Microsoft Clarity is a free-to-use service that implements into your site and will allow your customer service teams to track your users' behavioral patterns. It also provides heat maps. And one of the really exciting features that I've found is full session replays. So you can actually watch one of your users as they use the site and see how they're moving their mouse, what they're clicking on, how long it takes them to navigate through pages. And it really provides a lot of insight as to how your users are using the site and things that you might not get either from an email or a phone conversation with them. Microsoft Clarity also integrates with Google Analytics, so you can see some of your Google Analytics dashboards from right within the Clarity site, so you don't have to bounce back and forth. And they also have Clarity Insights, which are AI and machine learning generated filters that will help direct you to the most useful content available for your use case. So while we're talking about customer service, there are a few questions that we've found continually come up when talking to our customers about how to best serve their users and customers online. And then so there's several questions that we go over with them. The first of which is, how are you accepting customer orders? Obviously, our best solution, if you ask us, is going to be with our e-commerce platform. But even if you're not selling online, or if you already have another e-commerce website, there can still be issues with allowing your customers to manage and view their account relationship with you, especially in a real-time integrated manner with your other S2K software. So how are you processing customer returns? How are you getting your invoices to your customers after they've placed the order? How are your customers able to pay their bills so they can settle their account with you? And also, if all else fails, how can your customers quickly get their questions answered anytime or anywhere? And to do this, we've come up with the customer self-service portal. So this is a quick landing page that you would see once you log in, just real quick, direct access to some of the most important features that your customers are going to need to manage that account relationship. So with our customer self-service portal, your customers can view their orders, invoices, and payments, regardless of where they came from. They can view a quick account snapshot to see their status. They can pay existing invoices, manage saved credit cards so that they can pay those invoices. And then they can also view sales and product KPIs with the new self-service dashboard. And one of the nice things about our customer self-service portal is that it exists as its own product. So it can be deployed alongside or even without any existing e-commerce or smart center deployments. So it doesn't matter what you're running for e-commerce, we can deploy this as its own site and let your customers get on and view their accounts. So I just want to share, two quick screenshots with you. This is the account snapshot. It just gives a quick overview of your customer's account, some summary and aging information, and then down at the bottom, they can also search, view, and export invoices. And we also have, as I mentioned before, the new customer self-service dashboard. So this dashboard will give you a real quick view of back-ordered items, your recent orders, purchases by month. And the other nice thing about this is this page is completely customizable. So it works really well with some of the S2K Marketing Cloud and Insight dashboards. There's a webinar coming up on that. I highly recommend that you sign up for that and see what we have to offer there. A lot of that can be reused in this scenario. And we think that this will be a pretty valuable addition to the e-business portfolio. And lastly, we have the vendor portal. So same idea, same kind of layout, but this is really more for focused informational panels to allow your vendors to easily access invoices, payments, agreements, and more. Also, like the customer self-service portal, the vendor portal can be installed and deployed regardless of any other websites or web software that you're using, and it directly integrates with your S2K system to provide the most recent data to your customers. A few quick screenshots of the vendor portal. So here you can see you can view your purchase orders, view the details of a purchase order, as well as reprint them. And then also purchase history, either by item or division, and also your agreements. Thank you everyone for taking the time out of your day to attend.